What's going on, everybody? This is No Filter, a Nintendo podcast, and here are my 10 predictions for Nintendo at E3 2019. E3 is right around the corner, guys, and I cannot wait for Nintendo's showing. This year alone, they have so many games coming out, and so many of them we haven't even seen footage of yet. There's so many opportunities here. They can just pick from the basket, throw it up, and I already can tell this is going to be better than last year's E3. So I'm super excited for this. I hope you guys are as well. So yeah, let's just jump right into my predictions. Number 1. They will show the last bit of Fire Emblem Three Houses information before they finally release this game. I cannot wait for Fire Emblem Three Houses, but I already know that they're going to show an epic cinematic trailer to get people hyped for the game. I don't think they're going to go over any more of these deep dives into the gameplay. At least I hope not. They've done that way too many times already, I find. They just need to show an epic cinematic trailer, some more story elements, maybe one new key feature that's really intriguing for old-time Fire Emblem fans. And yeah, I can't wait for this game, and this will be the last big hurrah before its release very soon. So I can't wait for that. Number 2, they will show an Animal Crossing trailer only. And that is because the game is being delayed to 2020, and there will be an apology for that. That is my thoughts about this. I don't think they're going to make getting Animal Crossing this year. I feel like this year's already packed enough with so many games that I feel like they need to kind of push this game out a little bit. They need to fill out 2020 a little bit more, and I think this is going to be one of those games. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to it, but come on, we haven't even seen any information, any trailer or anything for it yet, and it's already halfway through the year. I just don't see them releasing this game unless it's maybe at the very earliest December 2019. We'll see. Number 3, the no-shows. Monolith Soft. I really want to see their new game that they have coming out, this big, heavily rumored game that is completely new, not a Xenoblade game. I can't wait to see it, but I just don't think it's going to be at this E3. I feel like there's way too many other games coming out that will overshadow this, and I don't want to see that happen. So that is going to be a no-show. And the other one, definitely no Metroid. No Metroid Prime 4 trailer, no Metroid Prime Trilogy, nothing Metroid. Again, that will be overshadowed unless it is a Metroid Prime 4 cinematic trailer or something like that. But even then, I think they can say that for a later time. I don't think that's going to be happening at this E3, sadly. Speaking of that, I do think there will be a retro game. At least I hope so, because if there isn't a retro game now, I don't see how they can be making Nintendo money and how they can be a productive, active gaming developer. I just don't see it. If they still don't have a game and they just don't have one over the last 5 years, it just doesn't make any sense. Number 4, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Please, God, tell me that we will see a glimpse of this game. I've been looking forward to this since the January presentation when they announced with that really kind of creepy cinematic sort of trailer, I guess. I need to see this, and please, God, tell me we'll see a trailer, we'll see a brief glimpse at some of the gameplay, and they will announce a summer 2020 release date. Please, God, tell me we will see Shin Megami Tensei 5. That is a prediction. I'm, putting that in there. That is my prediction, but I'm praying right now that they show it off. Number 5 is Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think they'll show a small bit of info about the game, but I do think that they will have their own sort of separate presentation a little bit later after E3. But I do think they will show some new Pokemon, and definitely they will show the legendaries at the biggest stage in gaming. So yeah, I think that's what they'll do. They'll show some of the legendaries, some of the new Pokemon, maybe a different part of the region, but nothing else too significant. They'll be waiting for their own Pokemon Directs coming forward. Number 6. Hideki Kamiya will show up to present Astral Chain. He will be there in the Direct. They'll go over an in-depth look at the battle system. It'll be so friggin' hype. And then as soon as they're done, that segment for Astral Chain, boom, they will cut. Bayonetta 3 will show up, and they will have a nice cinematic trailer announcing Bayonetta 3 releasing in spring 2020. Yes, spring 2020. No further information, though. That will be later in future directs, maybe even at the Game Awards again. We'll see, but yes, they will show Bayonetta 3 at this E3, along with, obviously, Astral Chain, which looks amazing. Number 7, Luigi's Mansion 3. They will have a full gameplay reveal, and it will be a huge E3 show floor game. But this does lead into another thought, or another prediction. I don't think this E3 will have one set theme. You know, where they had like Super Mario Odyssey for one, or Breath of the Wild for one. I don't think they'll have this here. I think they have too many big hitters that they can show off and are really good game demos. So yeah, I think it'll just be a big mishmash of different games that, you know, they have Pokemon they could show off. They have maybe Astral Chain, Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem, Mario Maker 2, obviously, Animal Crossing possibly. You know, they have a ton of games that they can show off that would be great stage games, including Smash Bros, which will be in a later prediction, obviously. But yeah, I just don't see them just focusing on one game for their whole booth. I think it'll be a big mix, and I think that's definitely perfect to show off all these games. Number 8, Link's Awakening. I think they will have a full deep dive into Link's Awakening only in the Treehouse demo, though. I think they might have a small trailer showing off some of the more crazy parts in the game, but I think it'll be relatively small, and they will have a full deep dive in Treehouse, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. I think that'd be great. That will also be obviously a big presentation game on the floor. I think that'd be a big one. A lot of demo kiosks set up for everyone to give Link's Awakening remake a retry. So, number 9, I think they will show a few big profile indie games, and that they will be coming, including a shadow drop. I love shadow drops in these presentations. I think Nintendo knows that. It's a big opportunity for them. I think they will have a shadow drop, and I think that game will be Ori and the Blind Forest from Microsoft. Yes, Ori and the Blind Forest will be a shadow drop at E3, but not just that. I think there will be a second one, and this one will be the Untitled Goose Game. Yes, I think this will be a shadow drop at E3. Nintendo of America sees the sort of hype around the game, and I think they'll deliver. I think they notice that, and they say, hey, what's his name? Cable, I think, who's making the game. Hey, I think this game looks really great. We featured this in the One Direct. Do you want to do a shadow drop at E3, have a lot more traffic to your game right away, have a lot of people talking about it? You want to do it? I think he was all for it. So I'm thinking Untitled Goose Game and Ori and the Blind Forest, big indie games, and both shadow drops. And finally, number 10, the next Smash Bros. Character will be shown off along with a brand new mode for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's E3, they're going to have big names, so who do I think the character is going to be? I think, yes, they will indeed have a Microsoft collaboration here, and yes, I think it will be Banjo-Kazooie showing up in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Either him or Battletoad, corresponding with the new Battletoads game. I think it'll be either or one of those. Battletoads, I think, would be interesting because it's a wholly, unique. No one even would have thought of that in the game, and plus, I think it would work really well in the game. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, I think that might be it. And this is kind of tough. This is kind of wishful thinking. I think it'd be really crazy if they showed off Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate during the Microsoft press conference. Shades of Mario and Rabbids or Miyamoto showing up at the Ubisoft press conference for Starlink. Yeah, I think this is going to be a big showing, but yes, it will be at a Microsoft press conference. I think this whole, friendly partnership that Nintendo has with Microsoft and Sony, I guess, seems to have with Microsoft now. I think they're both kind of pushing for this, and yeah, I think it's going to be a big E3 for these kind of mix-ups here that we would have never seen years ago. And yeah, that would be incredibly hype, and I think those are some of the best moments in E3s recently, where, the Davide Soliani part with Mario and Rabbids in 2017 or in 2018 with Starlink. Yeah, I think those are some of the best parts at E3, so yeah, I think this could be a really big part of E3 2019, so that's very, very exciting. So there it is, guys. Those are my 10 predictions for Nintendo at E3 2019. Again, I spoke in my last podcast episode. This E3, with Nintendo announcing the Mario Maker 2 Direct earlier and going over all of Mario Maker 2, that made me so much happier for this presentation because I thought that would take up so much of the time from their direct and a lot of their focus at E3, that without them doing that, I think it's amazing. It leaves a lot of these other games to have some focus put on them. I'm sure they'll mention Mario Maker 2, and yes, it will be a big impact on the floor. But as far as the actual direct goes, I think they can focus on other games, and they definitely deserve it. There's so many games coming out to Switch this year, and I just can't wait to play them all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. Please let me know what you guys think is going to happen at Nintendo's E3 2019. Please let me know in the comments, and make sure you follow me at Wizrad. I will be posting a ton about the E3 games, my thoughts, all of my updates of videos that are coming up. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at Wizrad. And I just dropped my phone. I think that means I should go. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.